fragrance to the nostril, yes, the beauty to the eyes. She's like a dove about to rise, all my mind is tranquilized. Now, cool, calm and collected, humblest kind, when the beauty and intelligence collide. And she's spiritually fit, culturally wise, she's the woman to bring forth my child. She's my African queen. She's so generously pure and clean. I ain't seen about to no fashion, no porn episode. Every man want get in her clothes, but she's my African queen. She's so rooted.
What's up, you guys, and welcome to my channel. I am Corbi, your beauty, health, and lifestyle guru, to give you all of the great beauty tips and tricks that will save your life and your cons, honey. This tutorial was inspired by Black Panther. It is getting ready to come out, and I'm super excited, and I just wanted to do a whole African warrior tribe girl sitting at the golden throne type of family feel. This is exactly what I was going for. I took a scarf that I had, turned it into a top, however you want to call it. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. All of the items that I have used will be in the description box below, as well as all of the places that I do shop at that will save you guys some coins. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, God is love, so love, love. And don't forget to go ahead and click that subscribe button. And if you guys really like this video, go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, God is love, so love, love. Bye. Alright, babies, let's get started. Going in the Sahara palette by Juvias Place, I'm taking Jamila, and I'm just going to be using this as my background shade and my transition shade. And we're just going to build up this color all up in that crease. This color is going to make home base. You want to make sure that this color is the boldest, the brightest, and the best one. So fill in, and it's time to move on. Going into this Coastal Scents palette that I created, I'm taking Hollywood Crease, which is like a pinky shade, and I'm just going to blend this right into that color. And this gives a very, very, I want to say y'all already know how I like my sunset feel. And it kind of gives you that, but it gives me like a royalness. It sets the color up for this purple, so it kind of gives me a purplish look. And since that, I'm going to go into my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, Modern Renaissance. I'm going to be taking Love Letter, and I'm just going to be building this into my crease area, building up that definition, because it is such a darker purple, and it just gives the eye a little bit more depth. I love how that color just blends into it. So I'm just going to be taking that same blending brush that I used Jamila. I didn't add any more product to it, but I just blend this out a little bit more, and we're just going to blend, 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 blend to my liking. Yes, it is time to go. Going back into the Sahara palette by Juvia's Place, I'm going to be taking Fula, Flule, Flula, Flulan. Ooh, but it's such a gorgeous color. Oh my gosh. But I'm going to be taking this color, and I'm going to be placing this right on my lid. Okay, you guys, I am not really flicking you all off. It's just that I'm growing my nails back out, and this is the shortest nail that I do have to really get in on that lid. Oh, it's such a beautiful color. So I'm going to go back in with Iman, which is kind of like a silverish color, and I'm just going to place this right on top of that Fula. And I just love how that just pops, like it gives it such a poppy feel. Taking a makeup wipe remover, cleaning that up, and I'm just going to go back in with that same brush. No, I did not apply any more product, but we're just going to build up that Love Letter right up in that crease, giving more definition. I need it to be a little bit more bold. I mean, a little bit more. That is such an oxymoron. Going back in with Max Fluid Finishing, I can't even remember the name of this foundation, but I haven't used this foundation in a minute, and I have it in the color NC45, and I'm going to be taking this foundation brush by e.l.f., which I just picked up. Bruh, this has become my new favorite foundation brush. It's kind of like a foundation brush mixed with a buffering brush, and it is perfect when it comes to blending out your foundation. This was actually my first time using it, so you guys see how easy and smooth the application was. Like, I did go back in with my beauty blender, but I rarely, honestly, didn't even need to. It just gave such a smooth finish. But just because I'm a little OCD, I did go back in with my beauty blender because it's just what I do. I can't stop a consistent habit. So This is a habit that I'm gladly able to break since I'm using that brush. Going in with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the color 25 medium. I love using this color as my highlight. If you guys are already familiar with my channel, you already know that this is my holy grail. Like, it is what it is. So I'm just gonna be placing this on all the spots that I wanna highlight. Underneath my eyes, my chin, my cupid's bow, and giving myself a milk mustache today. Going in with dark coca because I could not find chestnut, you guys, and I kind of forgot why I did not like to use my dark coca, and you about to find out why. Because I always seem to put too freaking much on. Like, bruh, do you see this? This is like a lot of product. Oh my gosh, I'm like freaking out at this point. But there's always a trick. So once I go ahead and blend this out, and I want to make sure that I blend this right on the portions of my hollow, not too far up on my forehead, but I'm just going to blend it up a little bit past my eyebrow portion and blend it underneath my chin, of course. So I'm going to be taking that same foundation, and I'm just going to be taking a little bit, just enough. That's a little bit, a lot, but just this much, 3 dots, and we're just going to blend this in the same foundation. So this is just the trick. If you feel like you put a little bit too much contour on, it's always able to blend it out with foundation. And so I didn't want it to be overshadowed, so I did go back and forth, and you guys see how I tease going back and forth. So you know this process is not necessarily very efficient when it comes to it, but it is still quick if you get the concept. If you practice over and over again, I know I'm a perfectionist, so I probably did this like maybe 5 to 6 times, only because I just like things to be the way that I want it to be. Now it's time to blend out this highlight, and I'm just going to blend this out with a damp beauty blender sponge, and I'm just going to make sure that everything is blended in seamlessly. I did do my under eyes first before I did my forehead, and usually I do everything else and I'll leave my under my eyes last. But since I didn't want that highlight to go all the way up on my cheek area towards past my eye, so I did go back in with that foundation brush, and the same technique that I used to fix my contour, I used to blend out my highlight, just the way that you see it, so it looks more natural, and it doesn't look like my highlight is touching my ears. Like, it don't make sense that way. So I just make sure that everything is blended out seamlessly. I love to blend. Blending is key when it comes to flawless makeup. So please make sure that you take your time to blend. Going in with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, it's time to set, and I put a little bit too much. So I found this trick by, of course, my girl, Tiara Walker. Y'all already know I mentioned her in my last video, well, my video before last, because she be putting me on, for real, no shade. She may be young, but she be definitely putting me on the little tips and tricks. So this little tip definitely helped me use not a whole lot of setting powder, but just enough for me to be able to set the rest of my face. And so I'm just basically setting everything, and I'm just going to bake underneath my contour. Now I will bake again because I am going to set my contour, so I did just go ahead and bake just a little bit to give it the beginning process. Now going in with MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Deep Dark, you guys already know I love this. I'm just going to set my contour, and I love how this gives me such a sun-kissed bronzed look. It is a bit on the reddish side, but I do love that because it gives me a natural glow for my skin tone, if that makes sense. I don't really deal with the dark deep, yeah, but it's still good because I do also go in with this bronzing color by Black Radiance, and I just placed this right on the hollows, not too far down as much as I took that mineralized skin finish, but just right in the hollows of my cheeks. And I'm just going to take that Sacha Buttercup, and I'm just going to, of course, as you see, just sharpen this bad boy back up. Going in to finish up my eyes, I'm going back in with Jamila, and I'm just gonna start underneath my eyes. I'm going to give a halo effect. And I want to make sure, not necessarily a halo effect, but a halo effect all around my eye. And I'm just going to build this color up, and going back in with the same combo with Hollywood Crease, I'm just going to blend this out a little bit more because I wanted to mimic the top portion of my eye. So the same way that I did the top part is the same 3 colors that we're going to use on the bottom portion of my eye. But I focused this love letter more so at closer towards my lash line because I am going to place this L'Oreal Smoldering liner right on my lash line, so it looks like it flows. Going in with the Carbon Mascara by L'Oreal and the Maybelline Spider Effect Mascara, I'm just going to make sure that I get both of my lashes, top and bottom, giving them some life and love. And I'm just going to make sure now I blend out my Sacha Buttercup. So I'm just going to swipe this away, and I'm just going to make sure that everything is buffered into my skin. So all of the other places on my face that I did not apply this, I'm just going to use it to set the rest of my face, pretty much. And guess what? That's it. Actually, no, it's not. We're going to set this face, and I'm just going to be using the e.l.f. Illuminating Setting Spray, Mist and Set. And I'm going to pat this into my skin because I want to give my face a less powdery look and a more skin-like foundation and makeup look. So this is a trick that I learned from Melissa Ashley, and I actually been doing this but didn't even know that somebody else was doing it as well. So giving props and props is due. You guys already know the highlight game is real. I'm going to pop this Billion Dollar Babe by KOYVOCA. This is my favorite freaking highlighter. Oh my God, do you see her? She's just so freaking beautiful. And I'm just gonna apply her everywhere. Underneath my eyebrow bone. I'm gonna place her on my nose, my cupid's bow, everywhere. If I could put this all over my body, God knows I would. I would be a walking disco ball. This is my favorite highlighter. Like, bruh, come through. Using a pencil brush, I'm just going to attack the inner portions of my eye because I just felt like it needed to glow. So I'm just going to be taking this same blending brush or buffering brush or stippling brush that I used to knock off my Sacha Buttercup, and I'm just going to blend everything out. And then we're going to set her and forget her. Psych. We're going to go in with Nymphaea from Sigma. This is a blush that I got from my influencer Posh Box, which was free, and I'm just going to buffer this right into my skin as well. This is such a beautiful, soft, subtle, peachy blush color. Oh, and it's time to move on to these lips. I'm going in with this Maybelline I think this is L'Oreal, and this is in Caramel Comfort number 819 by the L'Oreal Paris Balm Collection. And I'm also going to go in with this like random glossy lip gloss, and that's pretty much it. You guys, we're all done. We're good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, God is love, so love, love. Bye.
Joanna, baby, Joanna. Now you be my honey, Joanna. I said Joanna, baby, Joanna. Now wait till you carry, Joanna. Me, I want to carry, Joanna. Oh, yeah, give it to me, baby, Joanna. Oh, my sexy mama, Joanna. I said come follow me, cause I want to marry you, Joanna, baby, Joanna. I want to carry you, Joanna, baby, Joanna. I said I want to kiss you, Joanna. I said I want to marry you, baby.
Go right on the field like this the whole time. I swear people would think I was crazy, and that's the best part. When people think you're crazy, they won't mess with you. So bye, y'all.
I get MMS for you, I really wanna sing for you, but the main thing be say you the boss in my brain, but it's Joanna, I get SMS for you.